Recording here, Fortnite Chapter 2, Season 2, we are playing on the RX 550 4GB video card paired with the i7 860. The settings that we are playing on here today are known as low settings. Everything is basically just, on low or off, all at 1920 by 1080p. I will be on mute for the first bit of this recording just due to background noise, but just keep an eye out there in the top left-hand corner of the screen. We have MSI Afterburner running, so you can watch the frame rate counter as well as the CPU and GPU usage. Currently around 60 FPS on landing, more around that 70 now. I have played a full match on the system already. I found the frame rate during the match I did play stayed really consistently around that 75 FPS mark. It did go up a little bit. It did go just below it, barely below 75. Barely. I don't think it really went below 65 in the really demanding areas. So it is a really nice experience, 1920 by 1080p here. So it is a really crisp, crisp experience. As well, we are able to game and record simultaneously using Radeon Relive, which I'm currently utilizing, to be recording this video at the moment. So that is a handy part using this AMD Radeon graphics card. But yeah, on average, the frame rate more around that 75 FPS mark is what I would peg the system at here at playing on all low settings. Here we will drop the bandies, we don't need them. See if we can't get ourselves a burst AR. There we go. But yeah, I did play a full match already, and it ran really smoothly around that 75 FPS mark. But unfortunately, that recording did not turn out as I would have liked. So yeah, I did end up publishing that one here. But yeah, for this one here, I recommend keep an eye out on the frame rate as well. Keep a close eye out on that frame graph. It's pretty smooth, surprisingly, and I say surprisingly just because I tested the system out earlier with the GTX 1050 and I was getting a enormous amount of stutter, but because this graphics card is a little less powerful, we're not bottlenecking the CPU here, so we are getting a much smoother experience. But yeah, for a really budget gaming PC, this definitely checks a lot of boxes for me. It is not good for AAA title gaming, so you cannot play Call of Duty Warzone, you cannot play Battlefield or Red Dead Redemption, but you can definitely play your esport titles well above 75 FPS. Most cases, if you're playing like League of Legends, Dota, CSGO, you're probably going to be able to play 100 FPS plus, and some, of course, 144 FPS plus, because they're just not that demanding games, but they do require a half-decent GPU, plus like a half-decent CPU, which this kind of covers right there. So yeah, it's more an esport title gaming system. You can see we are running Fortnite comfortably here on low settings. It does look still like the visual quality still is pretty acceptable here because we are playing at 1920 by 1080p, so the resolution itself is still really acceptable. So yeah, I definitely would say this is a really decent budget option. I mean, if I were on a really tight budget and I was looking for something that could either play Fortnite or I also play a bit of League of Legends, so yeah, this would definitely be something I may consider. Obviously, it is older, there's no real upgrade path for the system, but considering that it does come with an SSD drive, you do have 12 gigabytes of RAM, the CPU has 4 cores, 8 threads, it still is a really decent base, especially for esport title gaming. Alright, let's see if we can't find some other players. I would have thought it would have been busier here in terms of a drop, just because this was one of the first destinations off the bus. Looks like there's someone up on the top of the hill there. I don't know if I can trust my eyes there, but I thought I saw someone breaking a tree on the top of the hill. Let's see, we will grab the big pot here quickly. I mean, why would I say we'll grab the big pot slowly, right? So we may as well just say we're going to do everything quickly, not to waste time. We will grab the ammo and move on to the next building to loot. Pretty certain there's a chest in here. We can see it using our visual sound effects, which is always a nice feature to have on. Alrighty. Oh, looks like it's up here, and then there's another chest down there as well. Editing is pretty smooth. So in creative lobbies, you can probably play closer to that 144 FPS mark. Alright, let's see. Is there a chest? Oh, looks like there's a chest down here, and then there is also one of those, or maybe there's two of these refrigerator things. Alright, we are going to get rid of the med kit, grab that fish. I know it's called a flopper, but you gotta bear with me here. We're just grabbing fish. I think I just saw some other footsteps. So I will build up here. I'm not exactly sure where he might be. Oh, wow. That could have been terrible. We will build a wall there just for now. Wow, I'm not good at this building. Okay, we do know he's around here. Hopefully we'll be able to take him out. You can see here, looking over a large volume of land, 55 FPS, not ideal there, but I find this place here, Misty Meadows, especially around the lake, and Lazy Lake are the two most demanding parts of the map. So let's see where this player might be at. I will carefully do my looting here. Just I don't want to get destroyed. At the same time, I think we can pretty easily say that we have a decent chance of destroying him as well, so I'm not really concerned. Looks like he was just here, actually. I don't want to be there. That's a bad spot, but we will see if we can't finish the wall off here. Oh no, we didn't get our shot off. But anyways, this is going to conclude our short recording here of the RX 550 paired with the i7-860 CPU. And of course we were playing on all those settings there, and you saw the whole time we didn't run into any stutter or any major frame freezes. So that was a really nice experience. And yeah, if you guys have any questions regarding this system, or if you have any questions in general, you can always feel free to reach out, either YouTube comments or just send me a message. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the recording. Cheers.